Okie dokie. Let's see if this is working. We're going live there. And right here. Okay. There we go. Welcome to GHL Power Hour on today. What is today? Today is it's a Tuesday. I know that for sure. October 8th. Awesome. And I will be here with you guys. I'm Jason Orban from GHL Power Tools. I'm excited that you guys are joining us today. We've got Artistic Apparel with us, and we've got Ben as well. So, just to kick things off, let's go ahead. So, how are you guys doing today? Pretty good? Right on. Give me a thumbs up. Here we got Noor coming in as well. Awesome. Ben, I know Ben had a question in Slack the other day. I just want to know if you got that figured out, Ben. You're
Yeah, yeah. Thanks,
okay.
thanks for that. Already
Awesome.
figured that one out. Maybe I just mislooked the dates on that one because I something like I changed that one like twice or thrice. So yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so when you're creating promotions and if you notice that a promotion isn't showing up in the on the promotions page, first thing, yeah, couple I think I wrote it down in a doc the other day after seeing your question, but one, make sure that the dates are right so that the date that you have the promotion starting isn't in the future because it won't show up in the promotions page until that future date. And then make sure that it's if you want to show it to everyone, make sure that it's not one of those specialty campaigns. So um those are the two main things there. Yeah, cool. Do. Artistic apparel. You know what? I apologize. I forgot what your name is. Um
Joanna.
Joanna, yeah, right.
hmm
How are things going over there? Do you have any questions? Are you guys getting set up or
Nope, still waiting on the form that you need to send me so then I can get set up. Then I was just listening in today to get
oh okay, the
ideas.
form for us to set up your account?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Shan and our team were just finishing up a setup there or setting up the automation for it. So
Okay.
I'll just see where she's at with that and then we'll get that sent over.
Thanks.
Yeah, cool. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to go over today. I know we've been working on stuff. We were actually away for the weekend. We went camping with kids for the last basically camping trip of our season. So we didn't do any extra work over the weekend. But I don't have a whole much to go too much to go over unless anybody has questions today, I suppose. So might think of something to go over, but well, I'm just gonna check the Slack channel here to see what else everyone else has posted.
I guess my only question is, have you had any others in my industry that we can like mimic after, or do we have to think of it all ourselves?
I haven't worked. I know we've got a couple print places that have used like our review system and things like that, but not specifically the loyalty and rewards. I don't know if they have it set up for their accounts or not.
Okay.
I haven't asked them. I know I've worked with a couple of apparel places in the past. We actually wrote a whole software for managing inventory and everything coming in for just like orders for shirts and hats and everything come off and then we wrote a whole system years and years ago about just managing the inventory and whereas in the process that was kind of neat but um there's I mean, it's probably as simple as just giving people points or just using the promotion system as like a digital flyer that you can send out to customers. Do you guys um do you do promotional material too? Like you can order pens and all that kind of stuff. Do you have all those books and everything
Yep.
too? Yeah. So I mean they always have deals and promos and stuff. that they're throwing out to you guys to pass on to customers. So even using the promotions manager to send out stuff like that to your business clients would be a good way to go. And then promoting like hoodies and t-shirts and whatever else other kind of promo stuff that businesses are going to get to promote themselves for all different kinds of things.
Mhm.
Do you guys get more people ordering stuff at Christmas for like giveaways and gifts and stuff like that?
We need to promote more of that. Like
Yeah.
we get a few, but I mean I know that's a space I need to tap into more and really start doing that now for the
Start
promoting
attacking
and
like the
that.
corporate gift market kind of thing. I mean,
Hmm.
we used to have so many clients that would just do like big orders of hoodies and hats and all that kind of stuff to give away at Christmas to everybody.
Yep.
Um, was a good thing to do. So yeah. Um, okay, cool. Well, I'll make sure. I think Shan was just testing out. We had a form before, but it was like basically I'd send you a link to pay and then it would go over to a form and then whatever else. So Shan just decided that she'd get our VA to automate a whole flow for it. So I think they're just finishing that up to make it a little more streamlined. Um there and then we should be good to go. Yeah,
Cool.
on that. Awesome. Let's go Slack channel here and take a look. It's been a slower week. The last week of September, there was like a ton of questions come in, and then I had a few calls yesterday with people about setting up accounts. Um, there's a question here. Oh, I was going to check into that. So Harrison had a question about the custom upload uh manager, the bulk uploader. And I don't think we have custom values in there. Let me just go over and check. It's been a while since I used that system on its own. Custom values update, not custom values updater, but our CSV uploader. We don't have custom values to update for the CSV updater. Basically, you go in, you add a location. So if you have a location that you want to use it for, you just download the snapshot, add it to that location, select your location, add it to this section here. Not really much to update here. We don't even need to update the API key anymore because that's not a thing that we do. If you wanted, so one thing we have in here is the create custom fields collection. And what this will do is it will allow you to create basically as a collection of custom fields that you want to um, update when somebody fills out one of their forms. So you can select these details and you can autofill those custom fields in there. Now, not everyone is using that. That's a pretty gets more advanced. It's a more advanced feature if you want to be able to update those custom fields. But what you can, yeah, so basically what you can do here. Let's go. Emily is here. So if you go to create a custom field collection, you can go to like master CSV upload. You're going to see collections here. And then you can add in custom fields. And then when you use this updater, it's just going to give you more fields in order to update or to map your CSV file to your account. So let's say, for example, you had a CSV file that had a bunch of extra fields beyond name, phone number, email address, birthday, stuff like that. And you had a bunch of fields in there that were stuff like, let's say you're a realtor and you're like square footage of house, sale date, purchase, sell price, stuff like that. You can have that all inside a CSV file. And then when you're using our bulk uploader, that you can map those fields to the custom fields in our system. So I think that would really helps out. But there's no custom values here to update. So with the CSV uploader, let's go master CSV here. There are a few custom values to set, but I believe we just have it set up so that you just come in here and you can update them. Actually, I don't even know. Location ID, powered by logo, location ID. So there's only 4 custom values there. But when you go to the sites and you're building your CSV upload page, you can add it here. And then under here, we have the CSS, HTML, JavaScript here. You would fill in some of the details here. So we kind of have gone through and said, maybe it's not right there. It's going to be in this one. It's in one of them. I thought it was in here. This is the location ID. File size. No, I think there's going to be another one. Maybe I'm wrong here. No. Here, layer, hide this section. Advanced. There we go. No. Maybe this isn't the right folder, right sub account. Because I do have another sub account, this might not be the master snapshot one. Let's just go take a look. Oh, that's the beta one. Let's go CSV upload. Oh, I bet you that was a master one that I had set up before. Okay, so let's go. Oh, here we go. This makes more sense. I was just in the wrong sub account. Yeah. So with this CSV uploader, if there is custom things that you want to add, I believe I have it all in here. So you can just put your details in here. Now I know we could have had this all set up by custom values, but we just have the details on this page because you're really only going to set this up once. And if you could set up I've seen people before who've taken this and have set it up on multiple different pages for different things. And if we use the custom values for that, then they would apply to all the different pages, even if you wanted to do different settings. So this will tell you what it does for each one of these things here. You can segment your list. You can divide your customers by 30 days. You can do a bunch of things like that in here, and it explains it in there. It also explains it in the training. So right here on the page itself, you can edit those values for the for your contact list here. And I believe in the training, it'll tell you how to update some of those things as well. So it's easier just to update it on this specific page rather than for us to make it into custom values, because then if you have multiple funnels with the uploader in it, then you'd be overlapping values. So that just explains that. I hope I'll send that over to Harrison here. I'm just going to message him here. Harrison, I just went over this on today's call. I'll drop the link to the call here later on, or you can
Jason,
cool. Yeah.
what's the difference between that and just doing it within the contact area where you can upload contacts?
Really the only difference is that it's slightly more user friendly for the customers. So imagine if you have you're doing onboarding or something like that, and this is where
I
people
get it. I get it.
they've
I
used
get
it for
it.
onboarding and they've used it
Yeah.
for database reactivation are the main
Right.
2 reasons why people would use this one. One is, hey, we're onboarding you. Okay, step 1, do this. Step 2, fill out this information. Step 3, upload your contact list, right? And it's just part of the flow. rather than being like, okay, go into high level, go into your contacts, click
Good.
on import. We're a little more flexible with our data as well. So if you've ever tried to upload something, import contacts into high level, not export, import. Yeah, if you try to, it can be pretty rigid about what it accepts, and sometimes it won't allow you to upload those contacts. So we do a few things where we just make sure that the phone numbers are formatted properly and stuff like that. It's not a big deal. And I don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's not a ton of people using it. I know we've had a few agencies use it for database reactivation. So they're like, when they're offering that as like a free trial type thing, say, hey, work with us and we'll get you 10 booked appointments in the next 15 days kind of thing. And then but you have to send us your customer list. Right. And then sometimes people are a little hesitant to be like, I'm just going to hand you over a CSV file of all of our contacts. And they're saying, okay, well, don't do that. Just go here and upload those contacts and we'll take care of it from there.
I've had that happen. I've had that happen.
Yeah.
People, they don't give you the list, you know?
And for some reason, when you tell them to upload it themselves, they're like, okay. It's the same thing. It goes to the same spot, right?
Right.
But they just feel like they're not just handing over a list of customers to you. They're just uploading it into the system. So part of the onboarding the flow. So that's primarily where people have used it. Yeah, again, for onboarding and whatever. And where we've used it in the past too is when you have a list of, like, you have a customer who isn't, you can't automate everything. So they let's say they work with like we for example, a restoration company that we were working with. They don't like to automate a lot of their stuff. They had front of the house staff who just like to do things for them, kind of thing. So I just gave them a bookmark to that funnel page. At the end of the week, they export out their customer list, they upload it to that thing, hit submit, and then we can tag customers and we can trigger workflows off of that as well. So we
Yeah.
just built a workflow that said if the customer is tagged with this value, then or the contacts tag with this value, then we're going to send out a review request, or we're going to trigger off a referral request or something like that, right? Then we're going to trigger automations off of that. And then that happens once a week or once a month whenever they upload their list. Now, the reason why we put the thing in there to segment contacts for 30 days is because we also built a workflow that says, okay, if you upload a list of, say, 200 contacts, and we want to do review requests, we're going to divide that by how many days are left in the month. And then we're going to just send out that many requests per day. Yeah, like say it's the 15th of the month. We're going to divide that, say 150 contacts by 15, and then we're going to send out 10 requests a day kind of thing for the rest of the month, depending on when they uploaded. And it was just, that was from another agency that was focusing on reputation management, and they just wanted their clients to be able to do that. And then just have those requests go out for the day because, or for the rest of the month, only based on, yeah, just when their requests were sent out. It was a little bit weird, but you can do that anyways. You can divide it by 30 for a month, or you can divide it by the rest of the month, whatever you want to do. So yeah, there's that. Emily, I see you have your hand up. I have a question about how to edit someone's information on the leaderboard if they change their phone number or last name, etc. That is something I've been meaning to add in there. So it's not there right now. I know we have the add contact, but I was going to add an edit button there that would just bring up that field to edit the basic information. So name, phone number, email, that kind of thing.
Okay.
It would have to be tied. How else could you do it? Because we're not updating the contact that way. I'll have to think about it. I was just wondering if there's a webhook that we could fire off or something like that would, if you change that information on their end, then add them and then sync them somehow
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah, I had a couple of situations where the person had gotten a different phone number in between when they were in the store last,
Yep.
and then they came in, we didn't know, and they didn't think to tell us that. And so we uploaded their points, did all, and then they never got notified because of it. And then ended up figuring out they weren't getting the notifications because the phone number had changed. And I changed it in the Go High Level side, but then it was like, crap, I don't know. Do I delete them and then re-add them? But then also they lose their points
Right.
in any of their
So
history.
we don't use phone numbers for anything. It's all based of their contacts. So it'd be their contact ID, their phone number. The only thing you'd be able to do is search up that contact based on their phone number in our system. And if the two phone numbers were different, then it would be like um it could become more complicated. So, but yeah. So maybe we can have a sync contact or update just a little button to update the contact phone number or something like that. Would you think that if you updated in our system that it would update in high level as well? So it'd be the same on both, or the phone number,
Well, I mean, the primary place that we're updating it is in Go High Level.
yeah.
So yeah, if we could make it so that it would automatically sync, that would be great. I mean,
Okay.
but it's a separate process where we just have to go in and edit it. That's no problem either. Um, just not able to get that person their points because of the phone numbers being wrong.
Yeah. Um, yeah, okay. So we'll just make it so that maybe we can even have a workflow that says if the phone number changes, then sync as well. Just gonna write that down here. So webhook sync on tact change. Um, and then update from backend. Yeah, I've been meaning to add in edit contact
Okay,
from our backend there as well,
cool.
so that you can edit it that way. I just don't, because the contact is already in a system. It's just basically going to look to see if the ID is there, and if the ID is there, then it's just going to display the information that is in that contact. Trying to think of how I was for a number of places that I've been to over the weekend. They've been asking my phone number, and I've got phone numbers in there from like 10 years ago for you have to sometimes go through, okay, try this phone number, okay, try this phone number, try this phone number, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, that's the one. But okay, I'll see what we can do here in the next couple days and get that updated as well.
Okay, cool. One other quick question that I
Yep.
had is on the main, we're calling it the member dashboard, but it's basically uh the page, gosh, my brain isn't working today. The page where I can't remember what it's called
Like
on
they
your.
can see their points and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
On that, so on that, uh in those God, I can't think of the word that I need. Anyway, can I build an additional page that would allow us to put some, like, we have a volunteer program and some of the
Oh yeah.
people, so is
You
it okay
can you can
to
edit
add
those.
some other
You can do
things?
whatever you
Okay.
want in
Okay.
there. So just on the when you're in there editing, just on the right hand, like when you click on the nav menu,
Yeah.
let's just go here. Do, do, do. Let's go back to restaurant just because it's an easy one to do. When you're editing those pages, you can you can create whatever you want in there. I mean, yeah,
A
you
funnel.
totally
That was the
can.
word I was looking for. I
Yeah,
couldn't think of
funnel.
the word
I was gonna start throwing out words, but that wasn't
funnel.
so even yeah, if we go to the home screen, click edit, you can create whatever pages you want in here. So just yeah, add new step and then duplicate one of these pages if you want. So it just
Okay.
keeps the same formatting,
Okay.
navigation, and everything like that. And
Okay.
then once you create that page, you'll just want to add it to the navigation at the
Navigation on
top.
the,
So
okay, yep.
so as simple enough as waiting for your page to load. And then clicking up at the top. Yeah, and then you can add whatever pages you want in there. So you can, you probably know that you can edit that navigation and it can go to wherever you want, really.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was, I just wanted to make sure that it was okay, that I did
Yeah,
that.
customize. I've seen people take that and just completely customize the heck out of it. So,
Yeah.
um,
We're getting really, really good feedback on just that user experience, and
awesome.
people are really liking being able to log in and to see their points. And I've been able to add some really just basic things like our hours for the month, because our hours change sometimes depending on what swap schedule we have going on and some of
Okay.
the things that we're doing. And so the other thing I've added, which was kind of cool, was we have a QR code where they can scan and log in, check in their donation bags before they bring them. And so I put that in the promotions and events section. So like it's been a really good, yeah, we've just gotten some really good feedback. So I just wanted you to know that, and then
That's
just
awesome.
add. So yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, it turns out like, yeah, it works. It's a great system that like just it's suited to you guys, how you
Yeah.
guys want to use it. It works well for that too.
And then at some point, I'd love to be able to explore. I know we talked about this when we did our one-on-one, just
Mhm.
that building out that referral program out for us, and what that kind of how it stacks. So like, that once they get to one person and then 3 people and then 5 people and
Oh,
7 people,
right.
they unlock those different levels of benefits. And so just wondering,
Yeah, okay.
what that might look like, and what I can
So
do.
I mean, there's a couple different ways that you can do it, but um maybe I'll even talk about that for a quick second if we don't have any other questions right now. So if you wanted to create like a referral program where customers would when they hit a certain level, they they get notified or whichever. They can receive different prizes and packages based on that. So let's say, for example, we go under referrals here and we just said we wanted to say
They
when a
can't see
customer
anything there.
actually is, I should share my screen. Let's say we're under referrals in here and we say a customer actually, um, once a customer actually refers another customer. So we have the refer a friend form here, that's an invite. Then we have a referral lead. That's when the contact for a typical business, when the contact contacts you and says, "Hey, I'm interested in what you guys have. I'd like to book a service or come in and chat with you guys or consultation, whatever." And then we have the actual customer paid service complete. So this would be you guys over here because the customer would have paid for their membership, and then the person who referred them would get points for that. So what you can do, how would we, oh, I have to think about how we do that because it would be the referrer that would get those points. So if we said, oh, I might have to think about that for a second now that I was thinking about it, because what happens here is this is the contact who was referred. This is the referee. Would come through here, and then we'd give points to their referrer right here. So maybe there's something that we need to do, because what we have to do is um grab their we'd have to grab the ID of the contact who referred them and then update that contact rather than this contact. So that's the only trick. Is now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, let's go and do it. But then I think that we have to. So there's a couple of ways of grabbing that contact. You can use the high level webhook. You can possibly even, I don't know, I think we can do this through, you can do a find contact in here as well, but I don't know if we can grab that from, um, referred by, referral referred by ID, find contact. No, so we'd have to go contact ID is the problem here is that you can't do when you're doing a find contact, you can't use another custom field from the
Oh,
person that you're trying to find. Like you're in a contact right now, and then we're going to go and try and find a contact. So
sure.
it's typically meant for the find contact is typically meant for if you have an incoming webhook, inbound webhook from another system. And you could potentially do this too, is we're just do a webhook and send it over to another workflow, like an outbound webhook, to another workflow, and then you'd end up paying, it's like a penny or something like that for every time that happens. But then you could find that contact and we could update them. So if we did something like, let's just play around with it for a second here. What we would have to do is let's go start from scratch. We're going to add this in here. Okay, so add. So this one is going to update referral contact inbound webhook. Okay, so here we're going to go here. Our trigger is going to be inbound webhook right here. High level is going to give us this webhook right here. Boop. And we're going to copy that. And then we're going to save this trigger. Mapping reference. I can't because we're in another. Let's go. I got to open up another window. So let's go to restaurants here too. So we went to automation. So we have to have this open because we need to copy this webhook URL. That's from high level itself. So this is an example of how you can, use inbound and outbound webhooks. So let's go back to referrals, because I think this is where we just created that new one right there. And then we're going to go to customer paid service complete. And if we went webhook here, custom webhook, now we're going to send data over. So this is going to be the referral ID from the contact. And that's pretty much all we need to send over is the custom fields, rewards referred by ID. Right there. So we got the ref ID, referred by ID, hit paste that URL in there, hit save. Can we test that? I don't think we can test it. Let's just go save action here. Let's say Bob Dole. I feel like Bob Dole was a referred person. Get that from like Saturday Night Live, like years and years ago, where he was all like Bob Dole, Bob Dole does this. It was like in the 90s. So
Mm.
let's see. Here we just did a payload. So it's sending over that contact. Okay, so this is just sending out that webhook. This is the webhook that we got from that other contact. There's probably going to be, you're going to see custom data, ref ID, and for some reason the referral ID wasn't in there. But what we want to do is, so we could either do that one, or we would see under custom fields, clearly that person wasn't referred before. So we can actually grab their referral referred by ID. Or we could just say let's just save this trigger, save action. Oh, create contact. I don't want to create contact. No, we wanted, oh, sorry. We wanted to, that was the wrong one. Delete action. Yep. We want to define contact. Add field. It's going to be contact ID, and this is going to be the inbound webhook here. So now you can go down to that referred by ID. We can find the referred by ID, save action there, and then anytime this is triggered, it's going to find that contact. And then what we could do is we can go update contact field now that we have the contact here. And then we probably don't have a custom field for this yet. We'd have to go create a custom field. So we have number of visits, but maybe we want to do number of referrals. So that's saved. So that's good. Let's just go back for a second and let's go create a custom field. Setting custom fields. Add a field, single line. Actually, let's make it a number. So we can do math if we have to. Smart rewards, number of referrals. And we'll save that under rewards. Hit save. Okay. And then we're going to go back to custom fields or automation. Sorry. Go back to our referrals here. And then update contact inbound webhook. Is that what it is? Yeah. So now we are going to go, this is where we're going to go actually math operations, select a field, custom fields, smart rewards, number of referrals. And then this is going to go up by 1. And then we're going to update the smart rewards number of referrals there. And then save action. So this is going to, yeah. So anytime that referral is done, it's going to go here. It's going to update. It's going to find that contact and it's going to do a math operation. It's going to update that contact. Now, what you can do off of this is now we can go if else here, and then we could say, 5 referrals. Oh, that's new. Action name condition, build your own. I will build my own. Yep. So if they change this, workflow contact. Let's go number of referrals is equal to, let's say 5. Then we're going to do something, and then we'll duplicate this branch, and then we'll do the same thing, and then we'll say 10, and then duplicate branch, and then say 15, kind of thing. And then we save action. So off of this, now you can do pretty much whatever you want as an action for when somebody has referrals. What's going to happen is that inbound, anytime there's a referral from your other account, it's going to send the person the referral ID or the referred person over here. And actually, and then we have to find that contact. We could probably do an if here too, just if we wanted to add a little bit more let's just add something in there, because sometimes I like to just add in like was the person referred. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to add it here. I'm going to add it in the other one. Wait, the other person that was already referred. So I think it would be fine. Okay, anyways, sorry, I'm just talking to myself. The only thing I was thinking is that I don't want to fire off of, wouldn't want to, every time somebody finishes up a services or buys the membership,
Right.
you don't want to fire off that inbound webhook or the because it's going to cost you like 1 cent or 2 cents every time you do it, right? Or not, I don't even know if it's 1 cent, but it's like 0.1 cents or something like that. So you don't want to fire that off every time. If you don't have to. So we could just put an if on the other one just to see if there was a referral. But I think we already have that set up. So it's going to fire a link over here. We're going to find that contact. We're going to update them. We're going to add one to their the number of people they referred. Then we're going to see how many people they've referred here. And then based on whether it's 5, 10, 15, whatever you want to put, right? So this one says this one's going to be actually 10, and then this one will be 15. And you can add as many of these as you want. Then you can either, give them a gift. You can send a webhook to our thing to give them points. You could fire a webhook to our system and then say, okay, our action is going to be give points, location dot ID. Points is going to be, I don't know, you're going to get 500 points for referring your fifth person. Title is going to be referred 5 people. And then we'll just put the CID in here as well. So this is going to be the contact ID for this one, though, is going to be inbound webhook trigger. Actually, it'd probably work under contact too, because we found that contact. But you can go inbound and then
Contact is displayed, it'll show who that person was, correct?
yes, because we're finding a contact here.
Yeah.
Because when this one got triggered, there was no contact associated with it. So we were sending details into this one, and
Yeah.
then we found the contact here. And then we updated the contacts. So I feel like it would be contact ID
Okay.
there. And then we can then basically you do that. Oh, and then this is going to be whatever our main loyalty tracking one is.
So the other things, so once I get this built out for us, then I could put like say, so for example, we didn't implement this and I don't want to go back to the start of our,
Yeah.
when we opened, but like maybe for the last probably 5 months or something. So I could go back through and look at, any and all of our members who've signed up in the last 3 to 5 months and then put them into this workflow so that it triggers that refer on whoever they came in through, right? It would work that way.
Yeah, you would have to have they would have to have the referral ID
Right.
of
Okay.
the ID of the person who referred them,
Okay.
not just a name. So the way our system
Okay.
works is it goes by the ID of the person. So you would essentially have to go into Susan's contact record and then find out who referred her and then find the contact ID of that referrer and then do it that way
Okay.
right now.
Okay. But moving forward, so that's how I would do the past stuff. But moving forward, it will be automatically triggered based on their purchase.
Yeah, based off and you could send this over. So on your purchase page, you just want to make sure that you're capturing that referral ID
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Okay.
So you'd have to you make sure you want to there's just a referral ID field that you want, and you could use whatever field that you want for the referral ID. But when it comes, yeah, if you just go, no, sorry, it's the smart referred by ID. You'll find it under custom fields. Referred by ID. The smart referral referred by ID.
Okay.
Add this into your form, and
Okay.
then their link will have it'll say ref ID up at the
Okay.
top. It'll say ref ID equals whatever their referral ID is, right? So if you look at, as an example, under sites and then forms, let's go to even this default campaign here is going to have the referral ID field up here. We usually have this hidden. You can have it hidden or not, whatever. But you just make sure the query key is ref ID, and then the link anytime you send out a referral ID, using any of the trigger links, it's going to have ref ID equals the contact's ID, and that'll automatically get populated in here.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So this is the same smart referral ID, smart referred by ID field here.
Okay.
Yeah, smart referral referred by ID is
Okay.
the name of the custom field right there. So you can add that to any form,
Okay.
and then it'll track that referral for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the way that we were signing people up in store anyway, because there's a glitch in so we've been using uh the mobile app and
Yeah.
the point of sale in the mobile app to add somebody new and then process their payment by selecting the product that I created in Go
Okay.
Ahead Now.
Yeah.
And it's only, I just found out they had to create an escalated ticket, but the only and I don't know if this matters to anybody else or not, but when you process payments mobily, the subscription doesn't work. It only processes that as it only processes
Oh,
as a single payment instead of as a subscription, even though I have it set up as a subscription in the
yeah.
product. So now I'm having to go back into the back end of Stripe and manually set up subscriptions for every single person that we've signed up for the last like 6, 8 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying now to figure out a different process for, we can't use the mobile app and the point of sale because it won't process subscriptions. He said they were going to work on that for quarter 4, but right now it doesn't work to do that. So I think I can
Right,
set
because
it.
you're just getting people to like tap their card on the thing and do a single payment that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the product that I'm selecting is a subscription and is set up
Yeah.
as a subscription in the back end. So anyway, there's a little goofy thing that way. So I think I'm gonna set it up as a form instead of doing it that way. And then in the form, we can create an invoice and we can select the product
You
and
totally can.
do
Yeah.
it that way. Yeah.
And yeah, they just made it in forms too. It wasn't like this in the beginning, but you can select a product and have it start a subscription for that
Okay.
person through a form one. So you can have a form, you can have a payment product in a form, and
Yeah.
then when you fill out that form, they have to put it in manually. So maybe you just end up wanting to have a thing that sends them a text, give us your phone number, send them a text message. They click on the link, fill out the form, hit submit, and then they're subscribed.
Oh, so it wouldn't be us doing it on our end. It probably would have to be
Yeah,
initiated.
because you still wouldn't be able to tap it. They'd have, well, I mean, you could fill out the information yourselves, but they'd have to give you your their credit card information.
Yeah, well, they're giving us that information. But and we don't have to tap. I can manually enter it. That's no problem.
Yeah.
The way that he made it sound, the guy who I was emailing back and forth with made it sound that we had to initiate an invoice in order for that to happen.
You don't have to, like, um, you can go, like, so you don't have to create an invoice. You can have a funnel set up, not here. Let's just go to like, say, Think Big or something like that. You can have a funnel set up and you go to forms, let's say form builder.
Yeah.
Um, let's say, where did I have it? It's under sites. Yeah, we're in Think Big Studios. Why am I not seeing my forms? Oh, I've got lots of forms. So let's say, do, do, do. Um, anyways, let's just say we have a new form, start from scratch. You can go form, and then this is where you could put the referral ID in here as well. So if we went custom fields, you've heard by ID here. So put that in there. Again, we're going to make the query. The query key is like defaults to this, but I shortened it to ref ID.
Okay.
There, and then let's close that, and then we'll go back over to quick ads, and then we're going to go to sell products
Mm-hmm.
here, and then we can select the product. And then let's go. Yeah, I don't know. We've got some stuff in here that are subscriptions. So let's go. Loyalty rewards, 99 bucks. Let's go add that one there. So then they can add quantity. They don't need to do quantity. I think you can turn quantity off in here by editing something. There we go.
Okay. Okay.
And then it'll say subscription, and then they can put their credit card information in there. So then you can just have this embedded into a funnel. And then referred by ID might not, they would have to have the ID of the person that referred them. So we might have to figure out a better way
I
to,
could, when they sign up though, I could just go look that up in GHL, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
I could just easily, that's okay. That's not a problem
So
for
even
us.
even if you change that to the person's name or something, then you could see who it is. But
Yeah.
they could pay through here anyways, and you can have a form and you just send it over to them. And
Yeah.
then lots of times people have their stuff saved on their phone too. So they just have to click, put in their
Right.
CPC code
Yeah.
and then pay.
Okay.
So, or yeah, alternatively, you take their details and
Sure.
subscribe them for the thing right through the form. So
Okay.
the only thing is they can't like tap or insert their card or whatever
Sure.
in
Yeah.
order to do it. But you could just text this over to them and then have a message that says thank you for your payment, whatever, or thank you for subscribing, and they just show that to the staff, and then the staff knows that the person's in there.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. I'm gonna work on getting that fixed today. And yeah. So just making sure that the referral ID is there, and the referral ID can be hidden because we're not gonna put that in. That's gonna automatically be assigned to that person, correct?
Yeah,
At
so it's just if they use, you know what, that's more for if they use somebody else's link. If you're signing them up in store, you don't have to have, you wouldn't need to have the referral ID in the form unless, well, you would just have to go and look up that person first for them or something like that. Oh, yeah, Susan referred me, and then you'd have to look up Susan in contacts and
Okay.
then find her contact ID.
Okay.
So a little bit harder to do on a tablet though,
Yeah.
when you're doing it, or yeah, I mean you could do it in our back end too. If they're already in there, you can go to rewards leaderboard, you can go to contact. Do we show their contact ID? I don't think we do
No.
right now. So I mean that might be a thing that we show their contact ID in there as well, their referral ID. So if we said like, so you could look up, let's say
Is there a way
Carla.
to assign, like let's say, Susan referred Sarah. Is there a way for me to assign Sarah to her as a referral on your
Not
end?
yet, but I should add that.
Okay.
That'd be fairly easy. Basically, just click a button, assign. You would assign it to um the person who is referred, like who referred me, and then you can
Right.
select in your back end who referred that person.
Yeah, because that would be super easy for us to do, even if it was just like it didn't really have anything to do with like on the go high low side for us.
Yeah,
Like we could just do it all there. That would be super easy for us. I mean, we're in your system all day long.
yeah,
Like that we use that for our check-in process, our checkout process, like everything. So yeah.
that's awesome. Okay, let me assign referral, update contact, and then we have that add um referral. I'm gonna take a look too because it's honestly, it's probably just me adding like 2 lines of code
Okay.
to instead of doing those webhook things back and forth. We probably just need to update one. We need to update that custom field that I just created. The what was it called? Smart number of referrals.
Yeah.
Something like that we would just have to update that field. Um Yeah, we just have to update that field on there, and then you could trigger whatever you want off of it. And then you could trigger off of so maybe on Thursday when we chat, if you're around, I will have something like that ready to go.
Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right. Well, this has been a good, productive, educational chat about different things that you can do within high level. So I don't know if anybody else has any questions before we wrap up for today, but I'd love
Jason,
to hear. Yeah.
I don't want to, this is my thing's completely separate. Everybody else's is, but I just sent you an email yesterday. If you can take
Yeah,
a
I
look.
saw that yesterday. I think I replied this morning.
You did? Oh, I didn't see it.
Or
Okay.
maybe I didn't reply, but I have it here as on my list of things to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we can having like just let me take a look at that. I'll find it here. I've got so many emails that came in this morning. But yeah, okay, I'll reply to that. And I think we can make some updates to your things. Weird. Don't see it.
It's basically, I just pass you one image, and that's all rather than you kind of forming everything together like you have been, that's the image it displays as the OG tag,
Yeah.
which we use. And it's got a much nicer image.
Um,
I should have that by the end of this week.
okay, so say that what do you mean by OG image?
That's
Oh
what
yeah, the for Facebook.
right. Yeah.
And then so just make it, we just want the image to look like this and you just use it for everyone or just a different one or
Every customer, I will send you their own an image for each person, each post. I'm going to create that.
okay.
I'm doing that separately, and then rather than feeding the smart reward image that you've been using, to create it, I can send you the social share image or whatever the heck we call it, and that goes into that spot, and it's just literally there's no testimonial you have to worry about. There's no, it's just an image to pop an image there.
Okay, yeah, we might have to chat about that, about how like because I'm not quite following exactly how to do it. So you still want to put the testimonial and stuff on that image?
No, I'm doing it on my own. I'm doing some of the work you've been doing now. I'm making it look a little sweeter. I've come up,
Okay.
you know, what I'll do is I'll send you a couple images to kind of lay
Yeah.
it out. I'll kind of like flow chart it for you.
Yeah, let me know what you're thinking there and then we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay.
Thanks. All right.
All right, you guys. Well, appreciate you guys being here today. And we'll just wrap up today's call. Did some kind of cool stuff with inbound, outbound webhooks and chatted about a few things that we can do inside the system. I'm glad everyone's having a good time with that. Joanna, will get you a link here. Make sure Chandel sends that off to you shortly, and you can get that form filled out and we can get started on that too. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you guys on Thursday. All right. Goodbye.